If there is one actor in Hollywood history who can make an entire room go silent without saying a single word, it has to be Al Pacino. Michael Corleone from The Godfather, cold. Calm, dangerously intelligent. Tony Montana from Scarface. Explosive, violent, consumed by ambition. And Frank Slade from Scent of a Woman, the character who gave us the legendary shout, Today. We are going to look at the incredible contrast between the legendary characters of Al Pacino and the surprisingly funny man behind them.
What am I going to do for the next 2 hours?
If you're so high that Jeff Bridges has to tell you
Oh, my God.
what's going on.
Oh, yes. No, not yet. I did get higher as the night went on. Yes.
Al Pacino is here. His movie is The Irishman. We'll be right back.
This is an example of a personal vendetta against my client, against his family, by a frustrated Justice Department and the Attorney General, Robert Kennedy.
If you watch enough Al Pacino interviews, you will notice something. His humor is not planned. He doesn't try to be funny. He is funny because he is genuine. He speaks slowly. He tells stories seriously. But somehow, the stories become unexpectedly hilarious. He has talked about being extremely poor when he was young, about struggling before becoming famous, about reaching worldwide success, and even about facing financial problems later in life. Many celebrities would avoid talking about these things, but Pacino talks about them honestly. He once joked, "That's why I still have to work." Then he laughed. The audience laughed. Ivrion laughed. Because he wasn't trying to create a dramatic moment. He was simply sharing his life. And that
I felt this character was good with a knife and had fought with a knife. And the scar really came from one of those fights. And I thought it would be interesting if it got to the eyebrow. And the action pulled my head away and it went down even further into this part of the face. So there's one up here and here. I like the different places because I think it was evocative of a chaotic wildness in this guy. That he was all over the place. He had one here and one there, you know.
Manny, look at this pelican fly. Come on, pelican.
The humor was a part of what I thought right from the start would be necessary in order to get this guy so that you could laugh at him also, because if not, it was just going to be a one-way street.
Playtime is over, okay?
That's a Carla.
It looks like somebody's nightmare.
You needed to find those odd things, those twists, those ironies, to give the character some intelligence too, you know, so that there was something else going on also. Otherwise, it would be too blunt and too hard to take, I think. Stephen and I became very close friends, and we spent much time together, and just going over our relationship and what it was in the past, and we enjoyed it. We had fun doing that, making a kind of a scenario, making up a story, and that was a lot of the work we did together.
Told him what you told me to tell him. Told him I was in sanitation. They didn't go for it.
Sanitation.
Yeah.
I told you to tell him you was in a sanitarium, not sanitation.
Mary Elizabeth, I remember rehearsing with her and going over some. I can even remember talking about what was going on in this relationship, because it was a strange thing that does take place, and I don't think he thought of his sister that way. But he felt a love for her, and he felt a purity for her that obviously represented something to him. He endowed her with this kind of innocence and saintliness. It was an odd thing and an interesting thing to have in a movie. It had a certain tragic...
Al Pacino's career has given the world some of the greatest characters in cinema history. He was Michael Corleone in The Godfather, Tony Montana in Scarface, and one of the greatest actors Hollywood has ever seen. But outside of movies, the real Al Pacino is not a terrifying gangster. He's a shy, funny, and surprisingly humble man. He forgets stories. He laughs at himself. He gets embarrassed by simple jokes. And he enjoys sharing the ordinary moments of his extraordinary life. Maybe that is what makes Al Pacino truly special. He can be a legend on screen, but in real life, he is simply Al Pacino, a real person behind the icon.
It's me, Serpico! Hey, I'm a police officer! Police officer!
I recognize you.
You stupid. Fire without looking? You fire without a warning, without a fucking brain in your head?
Around here. Oh, yeah? Now, you could be brought up in charges for this.
I always thought so, but the reality is we do not wash our own laundry. It just gets dirty.
You are in trouble.
I don't care if I'm in trouble. I don't care who gets it anymore, including myself. Because if I have to go to outside agencies to get somebody to hear my story, well, where am I going to go?
You hear me, Serpico? Stay away from me.
Where am I going to go?
You just wait until you hear from me.
I've been waiting for a year and a half. What are you talking about?